Okay.
Actually, fuck it, can put all three.
Okay. We can do. Yeah, we can try that. See how
Yeah,
it comes out.
yeah.
We're already live, aren't we?
Mm, What is? Yes. Now we're live. I don't know what is happening
Oh
with
shit.
YouTube. The way YouTube is doing this live shit is fucked up. But
Yo, yo,
anyways,
yo.
yo, what's up, people? We are doing a preview of the Europa League to come. And we've already played one game so far, and we fucking thrashed Lask 7-1 in aggregate, right? That's correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
7-1 in aggregate. And so we
Should have
recently
been
played
more.
Lask, should have been way more. And, we're going to start there. And in this video, we're also going to be talking about why is OLE pushing so hard in the Europa League? Like, what's the motivation behind it? And do you guys agree with it? And do you think we're going to win? But let's start off with the last game, 7-1. Vishnu, dude, uh, talk about the second game, man. Like, because I don't know why we started Harry Maguire. I was saying this before. I think we should have had a full second team. Like, I don't know how the fuck, like, Ollie doesn't think that we can beat Lask, without Harry Maguire. Well, what do you think about the game?
Yeah, I don't think it's because we couldn't beat last without Harry Maguire, but I have a feeling that it's personally Maguire's choice as well. And in the post match as well, Ollie was saying that yeah, Maguire wants to play every game. He's the captain. He wants to lead from the front every game. So maybe that's the reasoning. At the end of the day, it should still be the manager's call to just be like, all right, calm down, Maguire. Just sit down for a bit. We've already won the first
Yeah,
like 5-0. So
yeah,
like there's no reason for you to play right now the second leg, and then just get the other guys in. I think for once I saw Bai perform. He didn't take anyone out, surprisingly. So that was a good thing. But most of it was very negative. Like the way we played, we were just sitting back, we're just chilling, and it's so complacent. And this shows why we have a serious lack of depth in our United team right now. The second team is not going anywhere. Like as usual, our homeboy Daniel James sucked. He didn't play anywhere
Mhm.
close to what we expect from him or a right winger. And yeah, it was just I think for the first 45 minutes we were just waiting for something to happen instead of creating anything at all. Yeah, very
yeah.
disappointing.
Karthik said in the group chat that our fucking second team is a championship team. Talk about it, dude. Like, why is it so
Yeah,
shit?
yeah, dude. I don't know, dude. It just felt like it was mediocre football at best. I mean, we could have even if we played, even if the lads gave like 50%, we could have won the game by a lot more. But they weren't even giving 50%, is what I felt. It just felt like they were just on the field and they were just gonna play this game out because they already won it. I get it. This game was already in the bag for us. We were moving on to the quarterfinals anyway. But dude, a team like Lask and especially Daniel James and stuff who really have a point to prove, like right now more than anything. I think Jesse did it. Jesse was really running his heart out there. I have to give it to Jesse for that game.
Mm,
He did really
mm.
try that game. But Daniel James for me was just, dude, it was just like this is your chance, and also it's such a like Lask have such a weak back four, bro. Like it's just I don't know how he can't dribble past that back four. Like that's literally his job. So I don't know why it was just disappointing to see, bro. I was just like I just feel like we definitely need to look at reinforcements for sure for our second team because we can't compete in the Prem or the Champions League next season if this is going to be our second team because it's just gonna burn everyone out. It's just too much pressure on Bruno and Martial. So I just think yeah, we really need to look into it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's Ollie or I don't know if it's the team, but there's something
I don't
off
know,
there.
dude. The team is shit. Like, but the funny thing is, they're all like high value players. Bailly was pretty expensive when we bought him. I forgot what it was, like 20, 30. Daniel James, like probably 15 million, 10, 15 million, but whatever. Like, these players are way more valuable than they actually are. Like, I don't know, how did Fred play? Because I didn't watch the game. How did he get about?
Fred was quite decent actually.
Uh,
I was talking to Karthik as well when this happened. Like he got subbed off in 63 minutes. and I think who was it? Pogba who came on, right? But like it made no sense to me. I was like, why doesn't Fred get 90 minutes? Like from the shift he's pulled when we were injured, when we didn't have anyone else, to like dominating, being one of the midfielders to look out for in the Premier League, and not even getting a full 90 minutes in the Europa League on a second leg where we've already won 5-0 in the first. It's a no-brainer. Fred should have played 90 minutes for me. And
It
he just
just
got off in
ruins
like
their
60.
confidence, man. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is that by Ollie? Like, I don't get it. Like, it makes them like I can imagine if I was on that team, if I was Fred, I would be like, what the fuck is this? I've been playing so good all season. Like, we're here because of me. Like, we were all thinking that, I was a player of the season before. And now, like, he can't even get a full game. And, we don't trust our second team to do anything. Like, dude, it's down to the coach to make sure that even the second team are improving. It's not just the first team that have to, play well. And that's what really bugs me. Like, I feel like it's just like
Yeah.
I'm so focused on these players and these are my special players. But we have a squad, dude, and we got to use that squad. And it really pissed me off that Maguire played. Like, even, like you said, Vishnu, even if he's like, I want to play, I really want to play. Dude, you're the manager. Like, and I don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Ollie fan, but trust Mengi, let him play. That would be huge for his confidence to be able to play. So it just really bugged me when I saw Maguire on that team sheet. I'm happy Lingard scored, and you guys said Lingard had a pretty good game. His goal was a bit sloppy, like he kind of rebounded off of players, but that's 2-2. Uh, so I don't know. I'm just a little bit upset with Ollie and how he manages the second team.
Yeah, and I just feel exactly, dude. Like even like I don't feel like Ollie on the sidelines, especially maybe it's just his personality. Maybe that's who he is. And but sometimes I feel like he needs to do a lot more from the sidelines. Like he needs to be on their asses. Like especially for a second team like that. Like I think they really need to be motivated a lot more. I think they're lacking some sort of motivation there, dude. Like even when Fred was taken off, like he didn't seem too happy about it. Like I can see it in him too. Like I just feel like Fred is eventually going to get sick of this shit. He is a team player for sure, but like how much can you? It's like he gives in his 100% every time, but he gets no reward for it. And then there are players like Dan James who gets to play 90 minutes completely, and you're like, what the fuck, dude? Like Dan James should have come off instead of Fred for that. It was a no brainer for me, and I don't know why Dan James is still on that field. I think, but all he did sub him out at the end, right?
Yeah, I did.
I'm not sure.
For Tahith
I don't
Chong, right?
remember.
Yeah.
No, I think for
Yeah, towards
Martial.
the end, like towards 80 minutes.
Oh, for Martial. Yeah,
Yeah.
and like that's my
Yeah.
thing too. Like
Sean came on.
Martial didn't need to play. Like, okay, he said he was gonna score and he brought him on. That's more confidence. That's great. But like even Pogba didn't need to play. Like let the second team build some confidence, it's really for me that is poor management because he put them to the side. Excuse me. And then he made them like when they came in, he still didn't make them feel valued. And that was the thing that Sir Alex did so well. Like, even if you didn't play, like he used to tell a Darren Fletcher, I read it in the book, you are going to be the most important player for this City game and you're going to score. And then Fletcher scores. But I feel like Ollie's not doing that or valuing the second team. What do you think, Vishnu?
Yeah, and just to add a little bit more on like the depth of that we require as well. Like Lask, since the lockdown has started, they've gone the exact opposite direction of how like Man United was. We've been winning everything. We had an unbeaten streak. We haven't lost in the Premier League since we started that, and all this has happened. Lask, on the other hand, they fired their manager. They got rid of they lost they lost some points because they broke protocol. They lost valuable points in their domestic league just because they broke a Corona protocol. And their team has not been settled. They have not been winning much. I think about 25 to 30% of their games have been won since they started. And it's just a completely demotivated team going into a second leg, you know, facing an uphill task of 5-0. And you still like that's what I'm talking about. Like he's already known all of these things. And then you're still starting your Maguires and your Pogbas. And I agree with you. Like it's so demotivating for the guys like Ethan Laird, who I thought would play, Mengi,
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
did get some time, and he was quite good as well. Like As soon as he came on, I think for the first 10 minutes, he won every ball. He won every aerial header. He won everything at that space of time. So it was good to see. And of all people, why the hell was Chong playing in left back? I'll never know. Because as soon as he came on, Chong replaced Brandon Williams, I think, and he played left back. And that made no sense to me whatsoever. Like, this kid is actually a really good wing back, or at least a left winger or right winger.
Yeah.
And he's so good in the wings. And yeah, he was playing left back. It didn't make sense to me at all. And I think Ollie really missed a trick here.
And I would have started Chong over James easily, bro.
For sure. For sure. He's better than James. Like, it's a fact that he's better than James. Like, but see, we're kind of going off topic here, but I do want to go here because I think it's pretty cool to talk about because it's so evident from this game. Like, we need reinforcements. Like, not just one, not just JD Sancho, not just two, not just three, man. Like, we need 4 people coming in this summer, or else we are not going to compete. But I know we've talked about this a few times, but this really puts it into perspective. So, Kin, both of you, Karthik, let's start with you. If you had to do 3 positions, which positions would you strengthen this summer? Because I think it's only going to be 3.
Yeah, and I just hope it's 3 as well. I don't know, man. With the whole Sancho saga that's happening right now, it's getting really frustrating. Like, we should have, it's just, man, it's just Woodward. I don't want to go through that same shit with Woodward again. And he's still in our fucking, he's still a part of the organization. So I just hope that he gives. We definitely need the right winger position. I think is key right now. But the more I watch, I feel like we do need to bring in a reinforcement in midfield as well, as probably like a CDM reinforcement. And definitely a center back, bro. Like, right now, I feel like these are the 3 we should definitely look at. And midfield, basically, either get a CDM who can sort of play, who is sort of like, maybe not a traditional CDM, maybe a proper center midfielder who can sort of like, even like, if Bruno needs to be subbed out, we can bring him in as well, kind of a thing. So and he can cover that position as well. So I don't know, it needs to be, right now I don't have a name on the top of my head, but I just feel like these are the 3 positions for sure. And we need Woodward to support Ollie throughout, bro. Otherwise, we're gonna be in trouble when the Premier League starts, because there isn't much of a break either, bro. So I don't know, like, like, we need players, we need legs. We need to get those fucking.
I mean, we're gonna get a 30. We're gonna get a 30-day extra break if we make it to the final. Like, whatever day we stop, but then the Premier League fixtures will be cramped in.
Yeah.
And by the way, the name is Jack Grealish. Like, that's the fucking name. Like, that's the person we need to bring in. Vishnu, what do you think?
No, definitely.
Yeah, agreed, man. Like, I think
sure.
AMC would be a really good position to have, especially on bench. Because once Bruno is not playing that role anymore, like, I want to see like a position filled like what Lingard used to do for us, about 3 years ago, when he was playing that. You see that goal against Leicester when he does that solo run from midfield. That's the kind of like player I'm looking for. Someone who can take on the defenders with his pace, with his skill, and like that spot AMC when Bruno is not playing, or even if he's pushed back a little bit, there can be another player that runs in. And in a way, you're right, Grealish does fill that spot perfectly. But like, yeah, if we're not getting Grealish, then we should look at other reinforcements there. Apart from that, right winger, I think it's an obvious one. We need to fix that as soon as possible. Greenwood can't start every game. I don't think he should either. He's a young kid, and he needs his breaks. He needs his he needs time off the field as well as much as he needs on the field. And at the same time, and also I think we need a left back, or at least a wing back, a proper wing back. Luke Shaw's doing great. Brandon Williams is pretty good there too. But I feel like if, let's say that Wan-Bissaka is messing up or he's injured, and if we don't have Dalot anymore, we can plug one of these guys. Not Luke Shaw, but I think Brandon Williams could play right back as well. And once that does happen, then like we do need a really good wing back. Or someone who just like do the same thing that Luke Shaw is doing for us, maybe a bit faster, a bit better. So
Dude,
these 3.
Who's available? David Alaba hasn't signed a contract with Bayern Munich. Like, he still has a year left on his deal or something. But like, fucking pay that, dude. David Alaba can play center back, center mid, and fucking left back. That's his best position. But he can play all 3. Like,
Yeah.
imagine we get him in, dude, and we get in Jadon Sancho and we get in Jack Grealish. That
Yeah.
is, we're looking good, and we have reinforcements. And then you have someone like Luke Shaw coming off the bench, which
Mhm.
I think is the way to go. But I think let's move on
I
past
agree,
that. I
man.
think we all agree we need a fucking second team. Like, it's not there. We're not going to compete without it. So moving on in the Europa League, we're playing FC Copenhagen next. Not the biggest team, not the best team, even in their fucking league. Like, uh, I. What do you think we're gonna do, Vishnu? Do you think we're gonna start a full 11 now? Because it seems like Ollie is really going for it.
Yeah, I think we will. I think for the rest of the tournament, the next 3 games, we're just going to play our strongest 11. Maybe we might have a couple of changes. For example, I think um, on the wings, maybe we might have a change or two. But
Okay.
either I have a feeling either Martial or Rashford will start. Both of them won't. And that might be the only thing. I think Bruno's going to play. Pogba's going to play. As much as I hate to say this, but I think David De Gea is also going to start. And that's a real bummer for Romero, who's been good. And hopefully Juan Bissaka gets some more time off because I think he does need it. We need him ready for the Premier League more than we shouldn't care about his progress in the Europa as much as we do in the Premier League. But yeah, I'm expecting about 7 or 8 of the Premier League starters, the ones that we didn't change in the last 5, in like a 5 game streak or something. I'm expecting all like 7 of those at least to start.
Dude, Kartik, for me, like the Europa
Yeah.
League is Igalo and Romero's. Like both of them, they have to play. Like it's Igalo brought us here, like in the Europa. They have to fucking play. Like what do you think?
I more or less agree with Vishnu, bro. I think I can. I don't see a complete first team starting though, but like Vishnu said, there might be a few changes up front, is what I think, because that's where we have most of our options. So it would be interesting to see how Igalo would fare, and I don't think we've seen this yet with Rashford and Mason on the wing. I think that would be really interesting because I think it would sort of set up like a very similar sort of what Liverpool has, where Firmino sort of holds the ball, and then you have Salah and Mane making the runs down the wing. So like we could like set up something like that, and I could see that happening, and that would be very interesting to see. But I completely agree, dude. I think Romero needs to play. It's really unfair because he's had fantastic stats. He was good. He was pretty good in the last game too. That goal was just fucking mental. Like no one saw that coming. So it was a beautiful goal. So there's no way, even De Gea, there's no way he would have stopped that. So Romero, I think, needs to get another chance, and Europa needs to be his, and De Gea should just be given a rest, and maybe De Gea should just fucking train now and like get his fucking confidence back, like because dude, like because we're not gonna have, I don't think we're gonna have the funds to go in for another goalkeeper. I mean, Henderson can come back, but I don't know if he's going to. But
He's not.
but yeah, dude,
I
like
don't
I just Romero needs to fucking
Dude,
start for sure, and De Gea needs to just work on it.
for me, actually, like it's Igalo, Lingard, and Romero. Like I think Lingard deserves to start. Like he's done enough for us where in 2 goals in 2 games, where he should get a run out.
Yeah,
Like if Daniel James starts and he doesn't, I'm just gonna be like, this bullshit. Like even at his
yeah.
worst, Jesse
yeah,
Lingard is better than Daniel James. And I think that
yeah,
we really need to make sure that we're not just going fucking gung ho. Like the whole squad needs to be built. That's what's awesome about the Europa League. Because if we lose it, it's fine. But at least we're using it as a way to step toward next season. And if we win, perfect, because that'll give everybody confidence. But it won't give everybody
yep.
confidence if they're sitting on their ass on the bench again. If they're on the bench, those people are just gonna be like, fuck this, dude. Like it's just gonna push them even lower. So I think this should be a half second team, half first team.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be fucking the Bruno Pogba,
Fred should
Maguire.
start though.
Fred should
Like
start.
I'd be very
Yes,
upset.
Right.
I'd be very upset if Fred doesn't play the next 3 games full on
me
because that's
too.
just completely unfair for him.
Yeah.
I
But
think
I don't think he
swap off
will,
swap off
I don't think it's
Matic if you
wrong.
need to, but Fred should start. Yeah, I don't think he will either.
which is bullshit. Like why take it? I really got pissed off when I heard that 60 minutes he was off. And
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
also Lingard off. It doesn't make sense. It's just
it's funny because like it's all he hates making changes. You know, like we've noticed that in the
Yeah.
Premier League. He doesn't make
Yeah.
changes at all. Like 80th minute plus, he might even not use all his 5 subs or even 3 subs. Like I think the last couple, the second before the last game before Leicester that we played, we used only
Yeah.
2 subs. We had 5 available. We used only 2. Then suddenly you have like the Europa where like he just the player who deserves it the most is being subbed off early on in the second half as well. It's not even like
Yeah.
towards the 80th minute or something. So that's saying a lot of things. But hopefully we just
Bullshit.
stick to what we're good at.
Yeah. But 3 games to win the Europa League. So how it would go is if we beat Copenhagen, since it's all 1 game ties now, beat Copenhagen, we play Sevilla, if we beat or Sevilla or Wolves to be fair. And if we beat them, likely we're going to see Inter Milan, or should I say Man United's B team, in the
Yeah.
final. So what do
Premier
you
League B team or rather.
yeah, that's true. Premier fucking B team. What do you, Karthik? What do you think, dude? Like, do you think like we have a real shot at this trophy? Are we the favorites, or is actually Inter Milan the favorites?
I mean, Inter Milan have been great, bro. But like you said, like I think we spoke about this just before the podcast as well. That the Italian league for me is obviously not as competitive as the Premier League, is what I feel too. And it just I do think we're definitely one of the favorites to win this. And I don't see why not, because the way it's all the fixtures just seem so nicely lined up for us. Like we had Lask and now we have Copenhagen. We're not playing any of the other better teams still. Maybe the next game can be Wolves with Sevilla, which is going to be a proper test. But yeah, dude. But I think we can win it. We beat Wolves this season, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, once.
Did we beat them? Yeah,
Yeah, I think in the
once,
League Cup.
right? And that was the last game. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I mean, Wolves would be a good game if we get that. Sevilla, strong team. They gave us 2 years back. They were the reason we got kicked out. So
Mm.
I mean, we all remember the three. So
Sweet.
yeah.
Was that
So
the Champions League or was that the Europa League?
The Champions League.
The
I think that
Champions League.
was Champions League, but it was Sevilla. But it was definitely
Yeah.
Sevilla. But
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, dude. So I don't know, man. I mean, we look like favorites. We can win this. Like Vishnu said, I think Ollie's gonna go for it. He's gonna play a lot of the first team a lot more, even though we might not agree with it. But a silver in the bigger picture, yes, a silverware would be nice. You know, it's been a while since we have won anything. To see these lads lift something, I think these, this team also deserves to lift something for the way they've played,
Right.
and how much they've improved over the course of the season. So I think it would just help everyone. And if that's all his mindset, then fuck yeah, I'm all for it, bro. Like, he might have to compromise Fred and Romero and stuff, which is really sad. But even after doing that and we don't fucking win the Europa, then I'm gonna be pissed.
Then
I'm
yeah.
gonna be fucking pissed.
Then that's
Yeah.
bullshit.
If you play a second team and then you lose, I'd be like, okay, you know what? All right. You try to give them a shot. They didn't fucking do enough. We get that. But now you play a first team and it ends up like the fucking FA Cup. I'm gonna be so pissed off. Like I don't want to see that shit again, bro. Like
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah.
Vishnu, what do you think, man? Are we favorites?
Yeah, I mean, either way, I think the 3 of us together, are going to be hypercritical about the United team.
For
If
sure.
we play the first team,
Yeah.
we're gonna complain about why Ollie's not playing his subs, and if we play the second team and we lose, we're gonna complain about our United depth, like and what we have on the bench. So it's a loss for Ollie. So I don't think he gives 2 shits about what we think at the
Oh, he doesn't
moment.
give a fuck.
Hey, it doesn't
But
give a fuck.
I
We're
think
just wasting our time here. But
yeah, but I think that we are the better team than Wolves. We're better than Sevilla at the moment, the way we played. Inter Milan were knocked out of the Champions League, and I think that's why they're here in the Europa League now
Yep.
this year.
Yep.
And because of that, they've just lost the title to Juventus as well, so they're gonna come in hungry for this because Conte's got to show something, for like purchasing that many players, bringing them all into the same side, and then not performing. Like you've seen what
It's
happened
true.
to Sari yesterday, and that's how it's gonna work. Like I think
Yeah.
everyone's going to be gunning for that Europa League right now. It's going to be highly competitive, at least the semis and the finals. And I hope that, and I wouldn't, honestly, at the end of the day, we talk shit, but I wouldn't mind if Oli plays his first team fully in and out, because I think a silverware to his name would be phenomenal to see, because I'd love to see him on the same ranks as Mourinho already, like he's already on a higher, like better, like chemistry, better mentality that he's brought on, better culture into the team. This guy deserves silverware at this point. Like from the hole that he's dug us out of, like I think he deserves the Europa at least, and that'll give us a lot of confidence going into the Champions League next year.
Yeah, I agree. I think we need silverware. Like it would be great, but I just want to make sure that going into next season, where the bench is going to be so important, that they feel valued and they don't all feel out of confidence. Because dude, football is all confidence, man. If you feel good, like you play to your best. If you don't feel good, you can be like a shadow of who you are. So I think all these guys, they need to feel valued. They need to feel loved. So I hope they do. And just kind of to go off track, sorry, but I was so fucking shocked when I saw Andrea Pirlo is the man. Poch is on the bench, dude. Poch is waiting. Where the fuck are they going? Even Zidane, dude. They could even steal Zidane from fucking Real Madrid.
Yeah, at this point, they could have just waited, but I think it was already planned. I think it was already next in line, and I don't hate it. I don't hate the idea that Pirlo is going to be the manager of Juventus.
Dude, he hasn't even managed before. Like, I don't know. I think Poch is fucking there, dude. Mauricio. Anyway, sorry.
God, I feel so bad for Poch, bro. Like, it is just. It's so. He's such a fucking great manager, bro. Like, if it wasn't for Oli, like, I would have died to have this guy. Like, again, like, we were also, even after Oli came in, we were still on two minds. Like, guys, I really think we should bring in Poch. But it's just, I think maybe, I mean, there have been talks about Barcelona as well. So if he goes, he deserves a big team, bro.
I hope he goes to Barcelona, dude.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I do. It would be great. Poch and Barca would be insane with that team and Poch's management.
Fucking Messi, dude. Fucking Messi.
He's not signing a new contract either, is he? Messi.
I think Messi. Let's make this a football podcast. Fuck it, not just Man U. So, I from what I heard, Messi is just waiting to hold off on a contract because the presidential elections at Barca are next year, and he wants to use that as leverage to get these fuckers out because they've made so many bad decisions, man. Dembele, Griezmann, Coutinho, fucking get rid of Arthur, bringing in Pjanic, like, oh my god. Like that is the worst run team. If they didn't have Messi, they'd be fucked. Like they would be so fucked. I don't know. Should we do a Champions League preview? Fuck it. I think we'll fucking close it.
But bro, Messi's got Barca by the balls, bro. Like I know Messi's not gonna go anywhere. I think he will stay at Barca regardless. But like you said, it's just fucking leverage. Like that's what it is.
Yeah, dude. At this point, he's just in too deep, man. Like I don't think he just goes on.
You know what I really want to happen? Like in an ideal scenario, I think Pep should go back to Barcelona. Pep should go to Barcelona. Zidane should go to Juventus and manage Ronaldo again. And fucking Real Madrid are probably kicking themselves because they're seeing Ronaldo score those beauties. And they're like, if we had him, we'd be through. And then Poch should go to Real Madrid. And then I'm like, that would be sick.
That would be beautiful. True.
Well, I mean, if we're talking hypotheticals, like Oli should win the Champions League. And the Premier League in the same season.
Oli should become the next greatest manager.
I don't think that's gonna happen. But let's end on this point because we all three said this in the chat last night. Vishnu wrote when Barcelona were playing, and he said our team is not good enough at all to play in this competition. Really, like let's just say it really quickly. Let's close this up as the last question. What are realistic expectations for the Champions League next year? Group stages? Are we getting out, or do you think we can like possibly scrape through into the knockout stages? Any one of you, Vishnu, go ahead.
Yeah, I think group stages wouldn't be an issue. I think unless we get the group of death, like Man City have faced before. So it all comes down to that. Say you have the same teams like, I don't. Are these guys gonna go up next year, like Shakhtar and all these guys? I'm not quite entirely sure.
I don't know. I
But-
don't know, to be honest.
Yeah, but I think realistically we should at least reach this quarterfinals. Like that should be our main goal at the moment, and then take it one game at a time after that. And that also depends on like our transfers. Because we finished top 4 now and we've got Champions League, I think we're gonna get in a lot more transfers than if we didn't. So I think Sancho became a bigger possibility now that we finished top 4, and he probably still wants to play Champions League. But yeah, it'll just be down to like how scheduling is as well, and if we're still in all the competitions, like I'd say once we get in, just like fucking play a third team for FA Cup, play a third team for League Cup, and then forget about it. Just focus on Champions League and top 4.
Ollie would never do that. But actually, you know what I
Yeah,
just
Ollie
thought? If we win the Europa League, we also get that money plus the 3 games. It's quite a lot of revenue from TV viewers and shit like that. So I think that's kind of part of it where they have to progress because there's money there, and every club needs money. Karthik, what do you think? Realistic expectations for the Champions League?
All he's taking the Champions League, bro. First season, we're getting it. Nah, I'm kidding. No fucking way. We're not.
Imagine that.
We're not ready to compete.
Imagine that.
Unless,
Oh man, I'm gonna stick
dude,
a
unless
big.
some
I'm gonna record
miracle happens. Yeah.
No,
But
dude,
next-
imagine
Zidane who,
we win
bro?
the
Fuck
Champions
that.
League. Yeah, Zidane who. If we win the Champions League, I don't know what the fuck I would do. Like,
I'm gonna get
I
hashtag
will-
fuck
bro, I
Mourinho
will
trending.
yeah, dude, I think I will get a tattoo of
You know what? I haven't
Ollie on my asshole.
Whoa.
properly cried. I haven't properly cried in a long time. I think this is gonna be the first time.
I don't care
will
about your
actually
personal life,
bawl,
dude.
Like the day we. Yeah. So like, I will just let everything out. I'll be like, 5 years of fucking distress you have given us. This is beautiful, but that's not gonna happen. So I
Yo,
think
everybody,
quarterfinals, bro. I think we
everybody
can get
like
it.
the video if you think Karthik is lying because he cries himself to sleep every night.
We don't have to tell them
Oh,
that.
brilliant. That was between us.
The
That was
football
a broken
podcast.
playing.
Yeah, that is a football part. Anyways, I think we are going to I think we'll barely make the groups knockout stages. Like, I think if we make the knockout stages, we'll be a bit lucky. I just don't think we have the team.
Nah,
yet,
we'll
to
get
be
through the
honest.
group. Group
Yeah,
stages,
yeah, we'll
I
get
think
through.
we could. Bro.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know because I haven't seen us play in that kind of competition. So
Yeah.
I just think that if we don't have bench strength, I think we could be in big,
Yeah,
big
we'll
trouble.
I think we'll start.
I think with Ollie's fucking luck and some skill, we could get through, bro. Like, Ollie had some weird ass fucking luck in the Champions League last
Oh,
time. we
yeah,
were
he
there.
does.
So,
They did.
even
Bro,
though-
his
PSG.
whole fucking
Yeah,
life,
so-
dude. His whole life.
Yeah.
He scored the Champions League winner off a flick. He had
Yeah.
he is
his goal
meant
to win the
to. He
Champions
is
League.
meant to lift this trophy, bro.
Yeah.
It has to happen.
Yeah. Let's
see.
let's close there, guys. I think we'll I think we have a good shot of winning the Europa League. Let's see. Let's hope. I hope some of our bench players can pick it up and build some confidence. But you guys, everybody watching, let us know what you think. Do you think we're going to win the Europa League? Do you think Ollie should be playing the bench? And do you think that fucking Guardiola should go back to Barcelona? Because we kind of did this a little football podcast. So let us know your fucking thoughts in the comment section below. See y'all in the next one.
Bye.
Peace.